Notts County Talk, welcome back to the channel. It's match day. It's the last, it's the last game of the season in the regular league. Whether it'll be our last match day vlog, I don't know. I'm fully expecting us to have at least 2 more, hopefully a third. But if by some miracle we go up today, this will be the last one. So I want to say before the video starts, I know the likelihood is we're going to have at least 2 more games. But thank you for your support this season on the channel. It's been massively appreciated. So heading into today's game then, I've got Will with me, not been on the channel for a while. But yeah, massively appreciate that support, and please drop a subscription. I'm going to be honest, I asked George this on Thursday, right? In my head, there's like a 2% chance we do it today. What are you thinking?
In my head, there's a 2% chance. In my heart, there's like a 20, 50, 40, 60, I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky. Medlane's already buzzing it, so we're walking away from it, as you can probably tell. We're going to go and meet Jordan, go and have a quick drink, and then try and get in the nest. But yeah, it's going to be a difficult one. It's going to be a really difficult one today. What I really do think is going to happen, I think you could see either Bradford up comfortably at half-time, 2-3-0. I saw Pete Wild's interview with Fleetwood that he wants them to go and enjoy it in front of the 25,000 or whatever he said, and just have a, go and have a fantastic occasion. But I think realistically, I think Bradford are going to have too much. I also can see Walsall winning as well. I think Crewe are fairly poor, and they have been on a slide for a while. So I'm going to catch up with Jordan, and then let you know what he thinks.
That's why the stripes are there.
It's like a Pavis Perspective episode. It's Ben, it's George. We've just had the team news, haven't we? No Didsy. Pigsford knock against Harrogate. I'm sure the guy played 90 minutes, but who knows what's going on with our injuries this season. What do we think?
I think it's a worry. I mean, I suppose, Didsy coming on late is a really good thing, but oh man, we're going to miss him. Big time, we're going to miss him.
Literally like a minute before we saw the team news as well, we were just talking about how much we depend on Didsy, weren't we?
Yeah.
And then Tom read it out, and we thought he was taking the mick, me and Ben. But no, he's out. It's scary, we're relying on Whittaker. I think he's a good player.
Yep.
It's a huge occasion today though, isn't it? And it's one of them where you've got to really stand up to the test. He could make a name for himself today with Wood, I think.
Yeah, Chas has got a goal in him.
Fingers to Phil.
Ben, do we do it?
Yeah, we do it. Come on.
I'm not too sure. I think playoffs.
Just leaving the nest. I spoke to a lot of fans. Maybe it's the atmosphere, the occasion, but a lot think we can do it today. I'm still very optimistic, but also realistic. I don't see Fleetwood winning at Bradford. But let's try and go into the playoffs. If it is a playoffs with a positive performance, no injuries. Touch wood. Didsy obviously not starting due to an injury against Harrogate. If we don't need to risk him, don't risk him. Kick off 20 minutes away. I'm hoping and I'm expecting a good atmosphere. There's such a slim chance of promotion. The atmosphere in Medlane is fantastic. Obviously Doncaster fans in fantastic boys. They got nothing to worry about today. If they don't win the league, they've still got promoted, and fair play to them. Over the last few games of the season, I thought 4 games in 9 days they might really struggle. They played some decent teams and they won it. I was really impressed with them over the course of the season, especially towards the end, so fair play to them. Congratulations on their promotion. But today we've got to beat them. We've got to beat them, do our job and see what happens. I've said it so many times in the video, throughout this whole video, I'm not sure whether it's going to happen. I don't think it will, but if it does, wow, what a feeling it's going to be for Notts fans. The best we can do is give it 100%. I expect some big performances, some big players, because if it doesn't happen, we're going to have to go through the playoffs. And the playoffs is obviously a lottery, but I want to see if we can do it against good teams. That's been the question this season. Can we do it against the top 7? Let's see if we can.
10 minutes in then, both sides sort of having a similar start to the game really. Neither side having a full grip on the game. Both sort of had half chances but nothing clear cut. The atmosphere is amazing though so far. It feels like this all the time, but look, we've just got to do what we need to do today here. And then it's sort of up to Bradford and Walsall really, isn't it? But the atmosphere here is great, amazing.
1-0 Donny, it's not offside, people think it's off, but it's not, it's deflected and it's rolled in. We've really started the game poorly, very, very poorly. We've barely created a chance, we've barely laid a glove on Doncaster. It's just been a really, really bad start. 17 minutes in, Donny need 1-0. Awful start really, I don't know what to say. 23 minutes in, corner to Knox. Matty Palmer goes in to take it. No secret that we know our corners haven't been good enough for a long, long time. All season, really. I don't know how many have scored from corners, but 22 minutes in, we've been outplayed all game. They look hungrier than us, they look better than us. Matty Palmer goes short. It's definitely a routine. What a waste of time. What a waste of time. Sums our season up in terms of set pieces.
Doncaster, they're the better team, we've got to be honest, they're the better team. It's a nicely played ball. They just seem a yard ahead of us in every aspect. I'm talking offensively, defensively. We're offering very little and we look very fragmented. It's a long, long way back if we are to do anything in this game now, isn't it?
37 minutes in, not popping it around a little bit better, but it's not a good half, is it? I'm not going to try and pin it something. It's not. It's been a really poor half for football. And even when we're popping it around, we're not really creating much. In my opinion, right now, the quicker we get to the end of this game, the better. If we don't want to, if it carries on like this, when we're going into the playoffs, it's sort of a 4-0 defeat and just flat performance. The fans have lost interest. You know, as you'd expect. The players aren't giving us anything. Chara attempts to run ahead with the back post, it's a decent effort, and then it comes across to Gordon who flashes it across, but there's an offside. It's better, but you're thinking, unless we get anything before half time, you can kiss automatics goodbye. You can probably kiss him goodbye right now. You can tell I'm quite annoyed with the performance so far. Having in a game of this magnitude, it's really, really disappointing.
Half time then, it's Doncaster 2, Notts County, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's so Notts County, this is. I mean, you're going into this game, there's a good vibe around the place. I'm looking now outside the concourse at the back of the stand, and it's rammed. You know, there's a good vibe. The atmosphere's up there. I mean, to be honest with you, they did kill the atmosphere, didn't they, with that first and second goal, but there's nothing to shout for on the pitch. I mean, we're playing so poor.
I'm yawning. Literally halfway through one of the biggest games of the season, I've just found myself yawning.
The only chance I've had was, well, I can't even say it was a half chance, but Gordon crosses it in, doesn't he? And then Whittaker heads it over. But he had a lot to do. Really, really, really bad first half. Really bad. And look, they're going up as champions as it stands. And to be honest, I think it's going to stay that way. Walsall is still drawing. It's 0-0. Bradford in 0-0 as well. So those results could go, sort of either way. It would be so Notts County for Bradford to lose and us to lose as well, and then let's miss out on automatic, wouldn't it? But there's so many critical moments in that first half. I could talk here for 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes maybe. It's worrying. It's actually worrying because, yeah, fair enough, we lose this and we go into playoffs. what are we going to do in the playoffs? How are we going to play in the playoffs? We just look like nothing. We look like nothing, and we miss McGoldrick a hell of a lot, don't we? A hell of a lot. There's no one grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck.
It pretty much summed it up for me. I mean, look, I massively think that the home atmosphere should have been better all season. I think it's been pretty poor all season. I know it's not been amazing on the pitch, but all season the home atmosphere has been pretty bad. But today, I know the fans have shown up. You know, they've given it, like George said, a fantastic atmosphere. And I don't want to go into the playoffs in a negative mood.
Yeah.
But what a way to get your fans up for the playoffs. To play like this, they're not 40 points ahead of us, are they?
No, they're not.
They're nowhere near. We should be a much closer game. They're having a field day. They were celebrating for 4 days, drinking and celebrating, and they've come here like we were the ones that were celebrating.
Yeah.
It's really poor. And I don't want to be too negative going into the playoffs, because I know coming into next Sunday, I'm going to be, very, very excited. Whoever we play, home or away, I'm going to be excited. But right now, I'll be honest with you, and the fans around me, what I've heard, people just want to go home. And that's should it be like that at half time of the game, final game of the season when I can get promoted? No, it shouldn't. Yeah. Come on.
Look, there's a hell of a lot of frailties, isn't there, in this team, and it's coming to the forefront in this game. I'm just hoping we can at least score one. I feel like the fans deserve it after today. But where it comes from, I'm not sure. I know Stallard on commentary was saying we need to make 3 substitutions. We need to get McGoldrick on. We need to get Gordon off, and there was one other. I'm not sure.
Imagine going into the playoffs, losing 4-0.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen.
Also, it could comfortably happen. Also, make your own mind up. For me, there's 3 players on that pitch not good enough for a promotion point. Four players on that pitch. Make your own mind up who they are, because you've probably watched enough this season and listened to enough podcasts this season to know who I rate and who I don't rate. But there's 4 players on this pitch that were completely anonymous, and the rest aren't putting in the performance that I think the fans deserve, that they should put in themselves, that they think they deserve to put in. It's just going to be I can see it being a half that drowns out. I hope I'm studying like an absolute idiot at full time, but I can't see any way that happens.
Look, it's as bad as it can get really in that first half, but there's still 45 minutes of football to play. There's still goals that can be scored in any game in the league. We can win this game. At this moment in time, do I think we're going to? Absolutely not. But anything could happen. All
I'll say is go into the playoffs on a good half of football.
Yeah, exactly.
Jordan's laughing behind the camera. I'm pretty sure Street has just hit the post for the hat-trick. Donny having an absolute field day. And they've got the ball back from that as well. I mean, they're winning every second ball. I'm just watching it. They're so much quicker than us, got so many more ideas than us. The side that are going on to be the champions and not to clear the ball. 52 minutes, not much change. As Jack comes away, give it Whitaker, go on. And it just breaks all the way down. Jody lost the ball, they're on the attack again. This is poor. Another poor half football. I don't want to be negative, I want to support the side. I do, but I've got to say what I'm seeing. We've got playoffs coming up and Jody's lost it again. Just give us some excitement going into the playoffs.
Just ticked over the hour mark, much of the same really. Very fragmented from Notts. Struggling to keep hold of possession and have anything of any mass really. It's ultra frustrating to watch. Just made some subs. Jarvis on and Macari on, Gordon and McDonald off. I mean, we'll see if that makes a change in the game. We were calling for Gordon to come off at half time, but it just sort of looks like Doncaster are comfortable where they are in the game, and we can't break them down. We're really struggling. It's going to be an interesting last half an hour, I suppose, but as it stands, I can't see us getting even a goal from this game now.
14 to go. Donny fans are laying with every pass. We're not getting anywhere near them. Good to see Sam Austin on though. Good to see him back after his lengthy time out, and Curtis Edwards gets some minutes. I mean, if you're admitting defeat, that's what you're doing, isn't it? Bringing a player on that's not been on for months, and then bringing Curtis Edwards on, who's played barely any minutes. Not played any minutes since the start of April. Jarvis picks the ball up. We're just going back. Just end the game because this is just awful. With 15 minutes to go, Walsall are winning. I predicted they'd go up. and Bradford drawing, but it could change. Definitely could change for them, but it's not going to change for us.
5 minutes to go, playoffs it is. It's been secured pretty much, hasn't it, since half time. But Doncaster, the miles better team. We can't piece much together. I think stringing 3 passes together has been too much like hard work all game. We're absolutely miles off the pace, to be honest with you, which is massively concerning going into the playoffs. But as today, hugely disappointed. They killed the atmosphere really. Scoring 2 goals in the first half, it did us no favours at all. Even that first goal, it killed the atmosphere. But the players have just gave us nothing to sing and shout about all game. Hugely frustrating.
Shatter 2-1, too little too late. Final whistle's about to go any second.
And congratulations to Doncaster on becoming champions of Division 2.
Back in the car after Notts have lost to the champions Doncaster 2-1. As you can see, Jordan's devastated at the back. You know what? Can I make a call here for the first time this season?
Yeah,
I don't think we do player ratings. Let's just leave it. I'm giving everyone a 5.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Let's leave it there.
I think, to be honest with you, that's quite nice as well for a few of the players today. Absolutely devastating performance I was on it.
I feel really... It does not. I'm really optimistic. I feel like it's not like me, even though we've got playoffs, to go into a playoffs negative. I want to be as positive as I can around the players, right? But today, I know it didn't happen. I know it was unlikely. Today we had the opportunity to go up automatically, and we never showed. I know we scored, but
we've just got to hope and pray that McGoldrick not coming on is us being over. Protective of him and hoping that we're gonna be saving him for the playoffs.
Abbott limps off.
Abbott limps off, yeah. But I mean, if it's not that, we're in trouble. We're in big trouble.
I feel so flat, so flat.
Yeah, it is. It's annoying. I mean, look, the odds were massively stacked against us, and it was a huge ask to get for automatic today, but it's not. That isn't the point of why we're so frustrated. It's like, just do the job and look like you're in the game. Even the goal we scored, it was lucky really, wasn't it? It sort of bounces in and falls where luckily for us. And look, that is football, I suppose, to some degree, but we just didn't hold possession very well. We couldn't string a few passes together. The midfield was just overrun all game. When they had a chance, you fancied them to finish it. I think we had, 2 real decent attempts on goal. One of them we scored. Another one just goes over the bar for Whittaker in the first half. Difficult. It's frustrating, and it's a shame because I felt dejected the sort of last month or so, and I think I've even said on the channel I think we'd be lucky to make playoffs and things like that. We have realistically, we have just made playoffs. We finished 6th if I'm right there.
I think we finished in it by 2 points, 3 points.
And look, you can look at it from many different perspectives, but it's worrying. I mean, it's funny because this time next Sunday for the playoffs, I'll be well up for it.
Yeah, so will I.
But it's also like that blind faith of, we can change it around in this game, but
today.
It's a huge ask.
Today I didn't see any glimpse really of anything in the game.
There's no quality, was there, anywhere?
No, and people can say, oh well, we're playing the champions, we're playing top of the league. Well, yeah, but we were 5th.
Yeah.
It's not like we were 20th.
Yeah, but how many? If we'd have won today, how many points would we have finished behind them?
Not many.
A few, like 3, maybe 4.
6, I think.
6 points, is it?
I think it would have been 6. Look,
so they're not miles above us, are they? In terms of quality?
No, and we saw that at their place. They had a great 45 second half. We had a great 45 first half. I'm actually lost for words today, really. I'm not going to individually dig players out for performances. I said at half-time there's sort of a few players in there that I just don't think are good enough, and I stand by that. But also, you can criticise today's performance and still be raving about them on Sunday if we play really well. You can do that, because today wasn't good enough, but Sunday could be good enough. I think today just... I know it was unlikely. I know, and I went into the game in my head knowing that we weren't going to get automatics. But I still feel, if we'd have drawn 2-2 or 1-0,
Yeah.
I'd be disappointed in a different way. That it hasn't happened. And look, we could be Walsall, who thought they'd finally, after winning it for the first time in 3 years, gone up. And they've lost it last minute to a Sarcevic goal for Bradford. Fair play to them. I'd rather Walsall be in the playoffs than Bradford. Chesterfield have crept in there. Salford have bottled it on the last game against Salford. Salford against Carlisle. But look, you say by next Sunday. I think if I'm right, and it might be right. I think we play next Sunday, and we might play Friday or Saturday. I can't quite remember. I think it might be a 6:30 home game next Sunday, followed by it's either a Friday evening or a Saturday lunchtime kickoff, depending where we're finished. But I'll be well up for it by like Wednesday when the tickets are out. The tickets will probably come out tomorrow. I'll be buzzing for it. But right now, I think I just need to not say anything else because it's probably out of pure emotion. Disappointed.
Yeah.
The
worrying thing for me is you look at the playoffs. We're probably least in form. I mean,
I'd say us and Wimbledon.
Yeah, and then even Walsall, but they've just won.
Yeah, they are.
So they're going in with a little bit of confidence. So
only time they win in 3 years that it's not good enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Chesterfield. I don't want to play Chesterfield, I'll be honest.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't want you to get it wrong either that we're both massively behind the team. Just today is just a bit.
Takes the wind out of your sails, doesn't it?
And it does. And the wind was knocked out of sails from like 25 minutes on.
Mm-hmm.
It was gone from then. Like, genuinely, from their second goal, I was just wanting the game to end.
Yeah.
I was so bored. You saw me yawning at half time. That wasn't like for the video. That I genuinely was bored. I was so bored. But, the players know that wasn't good enough. The fans know that wasn't good enough. But I'll be there at the home game. Hopefully be there at the away game.
Yeah.
Cheering them on. And yeah, I don't know. We'll have a paperless perspective on Thursday and I'll be a lot more upbeat.
Hopefully.
I know I will be. I'll be more upbeat tomorrow. I'll be having things running through my head where we score last minute winners and things. But yeah, today was just more than disappointment. It was just completely flat.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
Yeah. Not really.
No. Well done, Doncaster. Definitely the best team in the league this season. Second place was
Port Vale.
I think it was Port Vale. Yeah, Bradford. Can't imagine seeing that 96th minute. Can't imagine it. Yeah. Fair play.
Once in a lifetime stuff, that is.
Yeah, and then Chesterfield, us, Wimbledon, Walsall playoffs. Yeah.
Should be interesting.
Let's see what happens. Roll on the playoffs. Let us know what you thought. I'll tell you what, can you do your player ratings for us this week? And if you can't bother to write them all because you're as dejected as us, just give us your best player. Give us who you thought performed best. We're still massively behind the team. We will be till the last game of the season. And hopefully it's 3 games to go and we'll be celebrating. But today, just completely flat. Yeah, drop us a like. Please do subscribe to the channel.